is all of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome.
This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from the Superdome.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. This is caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener.
We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
Pushing his way through. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw, Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On third down, here's Kamara.
The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
And this is going to be Packer football.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Cobb to return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. But Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often, because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
He hits Adams, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And Foster loses the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And running with power here. And all the way down to the 39. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recovered, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Love. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action. Now Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Saints will have the football back.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Looking long for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Pass, catch, 1st down for Tunyon. Undrafted at Indiana State, but he really came on in 2020. 52 catches, and even more importantly, 11 touchdowns.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Rodgers to throw once more. Forced out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Flush to his right.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up, make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
On first down, Jones. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Rodgers now to throw. Looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. formation. Now Kaepernick. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Kamara try the right side. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Jalen Smith, the NFC's leading tackler in 2020, there on the stop defensively. Kamara gets it again on second down.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal. At the 7-yard line.
Kaepernick going to throw. Out to his left. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to throw on third and goal.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 19-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown in this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
A good catch there from Marquez Valdez-Scantling. But last year we saw some bigger catches. The NFL leader in yards per reception in 2020.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
On first down, Rodgers.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On second down, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones
taking it in from the 20. And the Packers are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. To throw is Kaepernick. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. They've got his man complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Into the red zone now, Kaepernick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Steps away to his left. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Lutz is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Packers! Davante Adams, 76 yards. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Normally